What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of DT Podcast. Coming to you vertical this time from the beautiful coast of Croatia. Would have been my second episode, making this episode on the day I leave. It has been a fantastic 2 weeks here in Croatia. I'm surprisingly not sunburned. I was very careful this year on my summer holidays. Most years I get a little burnt, and most years I'm in a lot of pain and there's a lot of peeling, and it's just unpleasant for all parties concerned, you know, me and people that I'm surrounded by, because they have to see it. But I put on my factor 3000. I made sure that I was in the shade a lot. When I was not in the shade, I was, you know, I wore my little wetsuit type long sleeve to make sure I kept myself nice and protected, I guess. And I survived 34 degree heat for 2 weeks. Essentially, it was fantastic. So a bit of a weird, more aggressive episode today based on my observations over the last 14 days in the sun on the beach, surrounded by families and stuff. Guys, what I notice most is there's no blueprint for parenting. There is no blueprint for parenting. And they say, since becoming a parent, I don't know, they say there's no right and wrong way of doing things, I have my ways of being a dad. I'm fortunate enough to have a fantastic mother of my children. And, living in Switzerland, it's a little bit more, I don't know how to say it, say conservative. But I have noticed, being on the beach here in Croatia, that a lot of families, a lot of dads specifically, but a lot of families have different ways of doing things, different ways of parenting, and it is it's quite a shock. And prior to the woke movement, where you got to stay quiet and you got to keep your opinions to yourself, prior to that movement, I'm going to be way more vocal about my beliefs, my way of life, my way of thinking, because shit is rammed down our neck every 5 fucking minutes with a new woke post from a new woke person, and frankly, fuck all that shit. So being silent no more. And here's a 1, 2, 3 on what I think should not be done. Look at first of all, look at the fucking, the view is just spectacular. Like, that's a fantastic fucking view. It's not something I'm used to, I grew up in Ireland. I've lived in Switzerland the last 12 or 13 years. I'm like landlocked, we get lakes and mountains and beautiful snow-capped peaks and stuff, but the ocean, the smell, the sound, I miss all that stuff, So if you've got let's just go through what I've seen. If you're a fucking shit parent, if you've got overweight kids, if you've got, kids in their under 10, under fucking 10, if you've got an overweight child, you're a shit parent, especially if they're overweight and munching on sugary shit all the goddamn time, drinking Coca-Cola, Fanta, fizzy pops. You know? Munching on chips. Munching on chocolate as snacks. You know? Stuck in front of a fucking screen. You're a shit parent if that's what you're doing. It's disgusting. I'm sitting there watching lots of kids running around, playing with my kids, having a good time, having a laugh. And then there's the other kids just sitting in front of a fucking screen munching on sugary shit. I'm like, well, what's the parent doing? And of course, the parent's on their phone, the parent's sunbathing, the parent's not interacting with the kid. I'm like, well, that all makes sense. But you have a responsibility, you know? Parent your fucking kid. You're on holidays too, but you still have a fucking job. You still have a responsibility. And I saw a lot of fucking like, not just kids as well, like fucking, a lot of fucking people have let themselves go now, man. Now, I was heavy. I was very heavy. But I was never obese. And the obesity fucking levels, guys, has gone through the fucking roof. What has happened to society, man? And we pawn it off under this woke movement of body positivity where, all right, let's bring it to women. I don't want to see your flap over belly, whether we're on the beach or in town. I don't want to see your belly sticking out over your fucking swimming togs. You know, and it's not even just on the beach. I see it in fucking Switzerland too. People walking around who shouldn't be wearing what they're wearing, and we all just have to be quiet because it's body positivity. Now that's just an excuse because you're fat. It's fucking disgusting. No one wants to see it. You know, there's that whole fucking Red Pill podcast thing where Lizzo empowering women. But if you say to a woman, you look like Lizzo, it's an insult, and don't fucking say it's not. I love the smell here. I wish you guys could smell what I'm smelling. It's very, it's not fish, but there's a seaside smell. It's fantastic. There you go. We got some big waves. It's probably going to be a storm like a motherfucker tonight. But yeah, I'm going to double back now because there's a lot of families up there and I don't want to insult anybody because I'll get emotionally involved in this conversation. So what have we covered? We've covered, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Why are you not parenting your children? Why are you sticking them in front of a fucking screen and giving them chocolate and sweets non-stop all day? Like as a treat, as a reward, as a dessert? Please go ahead, but fucking kids are munching on shit on the beach the entire goddamn time. And I'm going, this poor child has no fucking chance. Because shitty kids will bully their fucking asses in school because they're overweight. And it's just like, you're giving them no chance. You're not fucking taking the time to parent your child. Jesus Christ. You're pawning them off to this fucking sugary treat. There you go, enjoy that all day. Fucking unbelievable. And probably the most infuriating point of all of this for me is smoking in front of your child. You should have your fucking child taken from you for a minimum period of 6 months if you smoke one time in front of your child. Minimum period. And as president, if I am elected, I will put that into fucking policy. If you smoke in front of your child, you will have your child taken from you and placed in child protective services for 6 months per cigarette. You absolute piece of shit. The amount of fucking kids I see just kind of hanging out on the beach. I've got my kids with me and their parents. Not only are they smoking around their kids, they're blowing the smoke into their kids' faces, or doing that thing where their kids are standing around them and they've got the cigarette by their fucking hip, so the kid is getting all the smoke. And it's disgusting and it's irresponsible, and you are a shit parent if you smoke around your children. Per cigarette, 6 months, mandatory. Child goes from you, child goes to Child Protective Services. If there's 2 cigarettes, that's a year. And then we'll start doubling it after the 2nd year. Per cigarette. Absolute scumbags, irresponsible fucking shit. I see it and I want to slap the shit out of the fucking dad. I want to slap the shit out of the fucking mom. You can say things like that now because of the Olympics. It's okay for men to hit women, right? But it's part of the woke movement, so it's okay, right? Vaping. Vaping in front of your child. Blowing that big cloud of strawberry fucking shit cloud in front of your child. I would take the vape and I would shove it so far up their fucking nose, make their head spin. Disgusting. Unbelievable. I'm watching it all happen. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm upset because the smoke is coming in our direction, and I don't expect you to care about my children. But you don't even give a fuck about your own children. You're blowing that shit in their face. You're surrounding them in that crap. That stuff that's going into your lungs and back out. All that crap that's probably going to end up 10 years later having you being treated for chemotherapy. For cancer. It's disgusting, and you are a terrible parent if you smoke or vape in front of your child. It's unbelievable. I've taken a wrong turn. I get so emotionally invested because that's all I see, right? So I'm just joining the mob, right? My wokeness, I'm just going to start fucking giving you guys my fucking opinion, and if you don't like it, you need to respect my opinion, right? You need to shut up and listen. Body positivity and fucking all that crap. So, I don't know, man. I just see so many people now talking about the war and sharing the videos of the kids. Israel, Palestine, Russia, Ukraine. Oh, the kids. Yeah, we get it. Like, I understand that it's the kids, but if we don't fix these little problems here, where you live, where you're around, you don't know what the fuck is going on in Israel, Palestine. You don't know what the fuck is going on in Russia, Ukraine. But the only thing we're talking about online is, oh, but the children. Yeah, but you don't know the reasons for the actual war. You don't know the reasons for what's going on. You don't know the 2 suits that are involved who are making the decisions behind closed doors that are causing the militaries to drop all of these bombs and hospitals and schools and kids. Well, we got problems right here, right now. And it is shit parents like bringing up a generation of shit kids that are going to be addicted to cigarettes and vapes. I see it right now. 10 fucking 12, 14-year-old pieces of shit walking around Switzerland with vapes. What are they called? Juuls, is it? What are you fucking doing? Jesus Christ. It was considered an act of social disobedience back in my day. Now it's just normal. I'm going to double back this way because it's a road. And if I get into a rant, it's going to be a nasty rant. So let's forget about social media now. Let's forget about talking about kids in the war. Let's forget about all that stuff. That all is going to be taken care of by the people over there. And let's fix the problems that we have here and we have now. Right? And it starts, respectfully, with our children. And if you're giving your kids nothing but screen time, and you're giving your kids nothing but sweets and chocolates and Coca-Cola and Fizzy Pops. I saw a fucking kid during the week with a Red Bull. Kid was less than 10. less than fucking 10 years of age with a Red Bull. I'm like, well, some fucking shit parent is not doing their job and doesn't know that this is happening, or worse, gave the kid a Red Bull. So I'm kind of like, what do we do here? You know, should I take the Red Bull off him? How is the parent going to react? You can't do that to my child. You don't give a fuck about your child. You gave your kid a Red Bull, or you don't know he's consuming Red Bull, which is even worse. So I don't want to hear any more from you fucks on social media about the kids, Israel, Ukraine, Palestine, Russia. I got them mixed up, but you know what I'm saying, guys. I'm on a little bit of a rant now. I don't want to hear any more of it because it's verbal diarrhea. It's sickening. You guys are just spouting. You're not doing anything tangible. You want to do something tangible? Have a child. Raise a child. Do it fucking properly. That's how we fix the planet. I'm fucking fixing the planet over here, man. You're welcome, guys. Fucking stop spouting off on social media about shit you A, know nothing about, B, there's nothing you can do about it. And all you're doing is social justice warrior shit on social media just to make yourself look good to your friends, where nothing is actually being done to fix the problem. I'm fixing fucking problems over here, guys. What are you talking about? I'm raising a generation of smart kids, healthy kids, kids that don't smoke, kids that don't vape, kids that eat properly, kids that play properly, disciplined kids. We don't see any fucking discipline nowadays, man. All we see is fucking, kids will be kids. No, shit kids will be shit kids without fucking discipline. Discipline your fucking child. I think that's enough from me today. I've got so much more to say, but I'm in public. It's getting busier here on the beach, and I feel like I might be arrested by the woke police. But if I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, if you think screen time and Red Bull and Coca-Cola and sweets and chocolate and smoking in front of your kids and vaping in front of your kids and not disciplining your kids is the way to go, I'd love to debate you in the comments. I'd love to have you on the podcast and talk to you about your opinions related to this subject matter. Because, and with all due respect, I would fucking destroy you and your opinion. Thank you very much, guys, for listening from the beautiful western coast of Croatia. I wish you guys a very good day. I'll catch you on the next episode. Rock and roll.